What's up, guys? I'm Mike from StockedUp, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. We had some crazy movement in the market today, especially with the GME. This stock just straight up exploded today. Overall, finished up about 58%. Some of the options on this thing went from $1 to $845 just from yesterday to today. So this thing just had some incredible movement today. In this video, we're going to be talking about what's going on with GameStop and just some other stocks that we like for the rest of the week. And at the end of the video, we have an $8 million option. So make sure you guys stick around for that. And if you guys aren't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. Tom and I post brand new videos every single day. But with that being said, Tom, what went on with GameStop today? I mean, I can't even believe the movement on this thing.
Yeah, this was the huge takeaway from today, closing up over 57%, but at the high at 38.65, it was up around 90% midday, and this was really because they added new board members, and some of them were actually from Chewy, which is ticker symbol CHWY. And if we go to CHWY's long-term chart, you can see how well that they've done, and I believe that this is a Chewy is going to be a website where you can buy pet supplies and stuff like that on the internet. It's called chewy.com, but this is really good for GameStop. As we can see today, up a lot of money. I know that Michael Burry, the guy from The Big Short, he actually was in GameStop a while ago, and I wonder if he's still holding it, but wow, I did not expect them to pop like they did today.
Yeah, so I think there's three main reasons why GameStop is up. The first one, like you said, is how they added new board members, but also, too, I heard that they're doing a lot better in terms of online sales. And then the last thing is I just think straight up hype. So this stock is a low float stock. There's only 50 million shares in its float, which basically means there's only a supply of 50 million shares. But if we look at GameStop today, there were 143 million shares traded. So obviously there was so much demand for this stock and not too much supply. So it just basically went straight up, and it was just like a compounding effect with just everyone buying the stock. So overall, this thing just exploded. In terms of what's going on tomorrow, obviously it is a low float stock and it has a ton of momentum, and it can keep going up, but I just don't think it's worth the risk at all. I mean, this thing almost was up almost 100% today alone. So I can definitely see it going up in the future for the long term, but for the short term, anything can happen. And I just think for me, the best thing to do is just stay away from it.
Yeah, and one of the big things right now is also the PS5 and the new Xbox that just came out. I think that's also helping them get those online sales. It says that their online sales are up 309% from a year ago, which is actually very good. And that, or their revenue is up 309%, keep in mind. And that's pretty good for online revenue rising that much in just 1 year. So I think that that would kind of warrant a move like this if their revenue really did pop. And if we go on the GameStop's long-term chart, especially like a max weekly, we can see that GameStop used to be a pretty good company back in 2008. They were valued around $63, and then they even came close to that around $50 a little while ago. So it's nice to see them actually getting back up there like they are. And I think that the new consoles are going to also help push that. And maybe those new consoles could keep it going forward as well, because there's still a lot of people that don't have those new consoles because they're pretty hard to come by.
For sure. And then what's going on with Moderna?
Yeah, this is actually a pretty scary thing. Moderna's CEO says that the world will have to live with COVID forever. CNBC reports that the public health officials and infectious disease experts have said that there's a high likelihood that COVID-19 will become an endemic disease, meaning that it will be present at all times, though at likely lower levels than it is now. And that is pretty scary to hear. Moderna's stock is doing pretty decent. It looks like it's trying to pop back up there. I don't know if this is just a scare tactic or something. Obviously, the CEO of Moderna, their company would do a lot better if COVID stayed forever. So maybe that's why he's saying this. But at the same time, it is a pretty scary statement to say that we might have to live with this forever, similar to how we live with the flu.
Yeah, that is a pretty interesting statement. Looking at Moderna stock, they have just been exploding. So yeah, I'll definitely have my eye on it for the next couple weeks or so. But let's get right into the momentum plays for tomorrow. With the first momentum play, we have Snapchat, and this one is to the downside.
Yeah, and go ahead and make Snapchat fall below the low of today, that's going to be right around 53.30. So if we can fall below that, I think we could see a pretty good drop, possibly down to like 52.70 or 52.80 pretty quickly.
Sounds good. The next one we have Peloton, but to the upside.
Yeah, Peloton did fantastic today. Make them pop above 169.
All right, and then we have PayPal.
PYPL. Yeah, make them go ahead and pop above 248.
Sounds good. So we're eyeing Peloton and PayPal potentially to the upside only if they break above the level Tom listed. And then we are eyeing Snapchat potentially to the downside only if it breaks below the level Tom listed. But I just wanted to highlight something in the Discord from today. So we can see on Tom's screen, we have the Discord pulled up. This is the Hybrid Plays channel in the Discord. Tom and I call out trades in the middle of the day. So if you guys want to get trades like this every single day, you can click the Stocked Up Options Alerts link in the description down below. Now, of course, not every single play wins. There are losers. So, for example, we had one loser today with Apple. That was like a 10-cent loss. Then we had a great gain on XPEV and Peloton. So we called out Peloton pretty early. But yeah, if you guys want to get trades like this every single day, you can click the Stocked Up Options Alerts link in the description down below. And we're actually doing a quick sale right now. So if you guys want to join for about $40 off, you can click the Stocked Up Options Alerts link in the description down below and use coupon code 2021. But let's get right into our Discord member of the day. Today's member of the day is Abdullah. So huge shout out to Abdullah for always commenting on the YouTube videos. Tom and I really appreciate it, and it really helps us. So let's get right into the unusual options activity for tomorrow. We are looking at an $8 million option. We're looking at the Apple 130 strike call options that expire on February 5th. And looking at Apple, it's pretty choppy in my opinion, and just with the market overall. The market has just been bouncing back and forth between just like it's been in a channel for the past 5 days or so. I'm not too bullish on the SPY right now or the market in general, but I'm not necessarily bearish either. Overall, I'm not a huge fan of this Apple play. I'll have my eye on it come tomorrow morning. What I do like is that it's in the money, so that's a good sign, and it has a little bit of time, so I can see them longing it. It's just like I'm not super bullish on the market right now. What do you think?
I do think that though, like you said, that it has been choppy the past few days, and I'm a little bit worried about the double top that we've seen on Apple here around 138 or 139. I think that's a pretty big sign there, that double top. But I hope that Apple can come up from this. I know a lot of people they like to trade Apple, and obviously it would be better if Apple went up. But there has been some strange news right now, and especially like revolving around Apple, like they could have some type of something like with their new iCar. There's a whole bunch of different events that Apple could have, and they have their new microchips as well. So they have a lot of good things going for them. I think that really with them, it's going to be the overall tech market.
Gotcha. So with our first question from the previous episode, we have Vinny saying, "What's up, Mike and Tom, and thank you for the awesome videos. I am thinking of getting into Tesla. At what price do you think is a good entry?" So if you like the stock for the long term, there's really no wrong time to enter, and no one can predict the top or bottom of any stock. Tesla is, in my opinion, one of the most volatile stocks of the past year in the market. I think the best way to go would just be to dollar cost average. This thing is so volatile, so if you just buy, like let's say a share every month, or however you want to structure it, I think that would be the best way to go given how volatile Tesla is. And what's awesome with brokerages nowadays is you can buy fractional shares pretty easily. So for example, on Robinhood, if you just wanted to put $50 into Tesla, you can do that, and you can do that every week or however you want to structure it. But I think the best way to go would just be to dollar cost average. With the next question, we have Bravo Mo saying, "Keep it up, guys. Great points. Is now a good time to enter Facebook for the long term?" So looking at Facebook, it's kind of a similar situation to Tesla. I think the best way to go would be to dollar cost average, buy a little bit every week or every month. Overall, I do think it's a pretty good time right now. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it. It's actually down from 280 all the way down to about 250. So you're getting it for a $30 discount right now, and it has highs of $304. So and essentially you could make $50 per share if it goes back up, which is pretty good on Facebook. It's at a pretty good discount, and it could keep going lower, especially with the strange news that's been coming out right now about these social media companies and stuff like that. But I think that if it keeps going down, that'll just be even better for you, because like you said, Mike, just keep dollar cost averaging in then, and then you can just keep picking up more shares even lower and ride this out for the long term.
With the next question, we have Brian saying, "Hey Mike and Tom, I was thinking of investing for the long term into the S&P 500. I'm looking for input for other better possible long-term investments. So always trust your gut, and you can't really go wrong with the S&P 500. Personally, I like a mix of the S&P 500, the Dow, and the Nasdaq, and even some growth stocks like Tesla, Zoom, and DraftKings. Like, I think Zoom is in a pretty good point right now, as well as DraftKings. What do you think?"
Yeah, Zoom and DraftKings are both pretty low. They're actually in pretty good buying spots. DraftKings is a little high as well, but Zoom is really low, and DraftKings could do well over the next few weeks as the Super Bowl rises. And DraftKings is also really close to this $56 resistance. So if we break 56, I think that we could possibly see a pretty good move back up to 60. And I think I might personally be playing that if we do see that break.
Sounds good. Do you have any other long-term stocks in mind?
Yeah, I mean, my one that I'm actually really eyeing up right now is Lockheed Martin. I actually talked about this at the end of the video yesterday, and I just really like this stock right now off the 1,000 SMA, and I think that they can do really well over the long term, especially the long term. In the short term, they could possibly still go down, but over the long term, they have a lot of government contracts and they make some good jets. So I think that they could do pretty well.
With the next question, we have Anna saying, "Do you recommend TQQQ or Riot?" So I'm not sure if you saw the leveraged ETFs video from last Friday, but leveraged ETFs are actually designed to lose value over time. So I definitely would not hold a leveraged ETF for the long term. They're actually designed to lose value like that. And then Riot can be a good hold for the long term if you can't trade like Bitcoin, or if you can't buy Bitcoin directly. Personally, I would rather just buy and hold the cryptocurrency by itself rather than holding a stock like Riot, but it definitely can be a good long term hold. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I'd rather play the cryptocurrency itself. Riot could be good in the short term, but I think that obviously holding this for the long term can be pretty bad. You can see that the last time, whenever Bitcoin crashed, Riot fell from 46 all the way down to lows of 51 cents, even a couple years later. So that's a big drop, especially compared to like what happened with crypto.
For sure. And with the next question, we have the Lord's Chicken again saying, "Hey guys, what's going on? I was hoping if you could give me your insight on DBX and Walmart." So, what are you thinking, Tom?
Yeah, I mean, I really like Walmart. DBX, I think, could do a little bit better. It looks like that they're actually bound to start going up possibly over the next year or two. They've actually been flat for a couple of years, and I think that they could start to see a rise back up to those IPO prices. But Walmart's just a good value stock. I think that there's never really a wrong time to buy Walmart. I think within a couple of years it would end up going up. And they are pretty low still, around $153. You would kind of expect that the big company Walmart would be a little bit better. And while they are valued higher, I'm just saying that I would expect their share price to be higher.
Gotcha. So, Tom, do you have any last minute stocks, options, or any insight for the market for tomorrow?
We actually kind of already hinted on it, but the big thing I'm really going to be watching is DraftKings right off of that resistance. I think that this $56 resistance on DraftKings is a very good level to watch, especially to the upside as we're starting to get into these NFL playoffs. And I think that this will be awesome for DraftKings and some other stocks. And even stocks like PENN have been going up a lot lately as well. So if stocks like PENN can go up, I think DraftKings can also go up. And especially with a Biden victory, this could also help DraftKings because I think that sports betting could become more legal.
For sure. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys want to trade with Tom and I, you can click the Stocked Up Options Alerts link in the description down below. Coupon code 2021 for about $40 off. We had some pretty solid trades today with FedEx up around 45% and a couple solid day trades throughout the day with XPEV and Peloton. Those are three winners. Then we also had a loser with Apple. but it was pretty small. So if you guys are interested in that, you can check it out using the link down below. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys are new here, don't forget to subscribe. We post brand new videos every single day. But other than that, thanks for watching.